Hello, I'm Rosemary. Martin and I worked in the diocese for 40 years. 5 years ago, he died after having strokes. And while he was sick in hospital, we were told that it was time for him to go into a nursing home. This came as a bit of a shock because he was only 73 at the time. The children and I chose a nursing home, and we needed to pay a top-up fee. As time went on, my son-in-law wrote to the parishes in which we'd been active, and individuals in those parishes sent cheques, gifts that were able to top the fees up. I'm reminded very much of Elijah when he was travelling and arrived at the widow's home, the widow and her little boy. They had enough to make one little loaf of bread, which they did and gave it to Elijah. The next morning the same thing happened, and this went on, and maybe you know that story. The fund for Martin, the bank account which supported Martin's care, was never empty. It was like the widow's cruse of oil. God had his hand on this, as he had during our 40 years in ministry. We never wanted for funds for his top-up fees. I was cared for by a representative in the diocese while I was in this situation, and Roy Evans visited me and visited Martin too, and encouraged us in our predicament. Martin died August the 31st, 2013, and the gifts stopped coming. It was absolutely amazing. And after a while, I realised that really I could help Roy Evans with the care of the widows in Salop Archdeaconry, and it is rather a large archdeaconry. And I feel this is, in a way, the ministry that Martin and I were doing in parishes, I'm continuing as God supported me, so I can support these people in my situation.